Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It is nice and early this morning. I have a day off work, which means it's a filming day and it's a really exciting one for me. I am doing my first ever product review, item review. I don't really know. Like I said, it's my first one. I think I want to call them product reviews, but this one's really exciting for me. Rusty's head is like resting on the camera, so if you guys start sliding around, I'm so sorry. Today I am reviewing a brand that I have really wanted, there he goes, something from for the longest time. Now I want to make this very clear, this is not sponsored in any way, this is just something that I wanted to do because I'm really excited about it. Now the brand is Loungefly. I'm sure everyone is fairly familiar with them at least. They make some of the most beautiful stuff like bags, wallets, mini backpacks, big backpacks, card like holders, all kinds of things. They are just absolutely stunning and I have wanted one for the longest frickin' time. But if you are, I don't know, like familiar with the brand, you'll know that they're not the cheapest things around. Okay, they can be quite expensive, fairly expensive, at least from my perspective. I am someone who, let's get this straight off the bat, I'm a fucking cheapskate. I like to buy things that are very low range in price and I will use them to absolute death. That's just who I am. People say, oh, if you buy like an expensive or a good price, good quality item, it's gonna last you longer, and absolutely yes, I believe in that. I do 100% believe in buying quality. It's just I have not always been able to afford quality. And quite often the way that it's worked out for me is I have to buy what's in my price range at the time because I've needed it, you know, and then I'm working on the kind of budget where I have to make it last as long as possible. So this purchase is definitely a huge splurge for me, which is why I'm so excited, because I've been wanting Loungefly for probably 4 or 5 years. Like, I remember living in our last rental together with Mark and considering buying myself one then, but I never did because I deemed it too expensive and something that I couldn't really justify buying at the time. That was our last rental and we lived in our house that we owned for like 4 years. So it's been a very long time coming. Now, my 29th birthday has just been and gone. I'm doing something really big for my 30th. So I kind of just wanted to do something for myself now to kind of celebrate, treat myself, splurge a little, like I said. So I brought some Loungefly and I really want to review it for you today. I've actually already started using the first item, so I'm going to take all my stuff out of it so that you can see it in its full glory. Plus, spoiler alert, it's a wallet, so I don't really want you seeing all like my cards and information and stuff like that. I chose to go with the, oh goodness, I threw out the name tags. Maybe I'm not so good at this reviewing stuff. Give me a second, I will have the email somewhere. Okay, I couldn't find the email anywhere, but I do know these first two I brought from Dicksmith. Now, in regards to finding them, it was a little bit hard. I went through 4 different websites to try and find them. The first one, they sold out before I wanted to buy them. So I literally didn't have a choice. I found a second website, which for some reason the whole website was glitching and they had them but I couldn't add them to my cart to buy them. So that was really annoying. I did go back and forth with the website a little bit to try and fix it, but nothing came of it and I just couldn't do it, so I had to search again. So I actually ended up, I've got 3 items. I got 2 off the Dicksmith website and 1 off a website called Rift. So the first 2 are going to be from, oh actually what order should I go in? I think I'll go smallest to largest. So this one is from Dicksmith and it's called, I believe, the Pokemon Pikachu Zip Around Wallet. Nice and simple, but it's so pretty, guys. Like, look at her. And I don't know if you can tell much on camera, but the whole thing is like iridescent, so it kind of color shifts. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that at all. I brought it because I thought it was white with cute little pink decals. And then when I got here and it was all shiny, it's a lot more shinier on the, it's a lot shinier on the back. I think you can probably see it a little bit there. Beautiful, like, I was gonna say stamp, but it's like a, almost like a enamel pin, but it's obviously cemented on there. It's gorgeous. Just says Pokemon and Loungefly because obviously it's a partnership. And now for the inside, a little bit of blue and then you pop it open. The only thing I've left in here is not of consequence. So this is the inside. It's nice and simple. Now if you know me at all, you will know that I am not a wallet girl. I don't like the big long ones. I don't like the ones with flaps and pockets and like a whole bunch of zips and compartments and things like that. I'm very, very simple. My wallet before this was literally a zip around wallet that was plain black. It had like 4 spaces, 6 spaces or something. I just cram my extra cards in there. I very, very rarely carry cash or anything like that, and if I do, it's usually not in my wallet because it annoys me. So this is perfect for me. It has a little coin pouch here, which is nice. Like I said, I very rarely carry cash, but if I do, it's nice to have somewhere to put it. There's 4 card slots, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your little clear compartment, which I'm going to cover it a little bit because I don't want you reading it, but it's actually a folded up poem in there given to me by someone very, very special that I like to carry around with me, and I have carried around with me for 10 years now. So I don't know, weird little fact for you, I guess it's not relevant at all. In terms of the quality of the wallet, it is absolutely beautiful. It's weighty. I believe it's a little bit padded. It's got some squish to it. The zips are in fantastic order. They are quite heavy duty. I like this. I am not usually, if I can get it to focus, which I can't, I'm not usually a gold person. Again, if you know me, you will know that I will go out of my way to hunt for items that do not have any kind of gold on them. There are bags and shoes and things that I really, really like, love the style of them, think they'd look great on me, but I will not buy them because I cannot find them with silver hardware. So this is how you know I was committed to this wallet, because it is gold detailed. And it's great. I have not been let down at all. The only things that I've noticed in terms of like, I don't know, quality issue is that when it came, it did have just a couple of tiny, tiny loose threads across the Pikachu because it is completely embroidered in. So I'm not going to fault it on that. I think that's just something that, you know, can happen. And all I had to do was I took a pair of very sharp scissors and I just went around and snipped them as close to the surface of the wallet as possible. You can't even tell. Like there's one in his eye here. Don't know if you can see it, but I snipped it off. It hasn't been a problem. And not like quality wise, but I suppose just like user experience, you sort of have to have this zip here with the thing facing downwards. And I know that makes sense because, you know, it's shut, whatever, but when it came, it was like this, and it kind of was just flapping everywhere. I didn't notice, and when I shut the wallet, it was facing up. So when I pulled the zip to open it, this zip had come up and they got trapped together and I couldn't open the wallet. I did think at first that it was like broken or snagging on something and I was really concerned, but it was literally only this little zip. So now when I close it, I just make sure that the zip's facing that way. I don't have any problems closing it, but yeah, it was just when I opened it, it got stuck and it was hitting itself here. So I've learnt my lesson. That's user error. Now I did initially want to, I think I can probably show you this as an example. This doesn't have any information on it that you need. This is just my Medtronic card. It's literally just like, hey, she's got a weird thing. But I did initially want to keep these 2 extra cards in the coin pocket, but it doesn't quite open far enough. So we had to nix that idea, but that's fine. All I do is literally I'm tucking the 2 licenses in the same pocket, because duh. And then I'm tucking my, what do you call it, Medtronic card in with my Medicare card, because they're kind of relevant to one another and you never know. I might come across a situation where I need both. It does make it quite tight. I will say this wallet is definitely not designed to carry more than the 4 cards. So keep that in mind. If you're someone like me who maybe carries a few more, like, yes, they fit. This is 6 cards in the 4 pouches, but you know, she's thick and it is tight. Like, it is tight to get these out at the moment. I don't doubt that it's going to stretch over time the longer that I have it, but I'm just warning you as a consumer, if you are a person who has more cards that you carry around and you do maybe carry some coins and stuff, this wallet might just be a little bit small for you. It works for me because I think I took out 4 other cards and whittled it down to 6 because I think I did have about 10 in my last wallet. So works for me. And in that other side where that poem is, I'm going to take a Polaroid of myself and Mark and put that in there. I just haven't done it yet. So yeah, product 1, the Pikachu zip around wallet. I love it. I'm genuinely going to give this like a 9 out of 10. I am in love with this thing. I've been using it for a couple of days and it's fantastic. I'm really, really glad that I brought it. The next bag is the one that I got off the Rift website. Now it is the Harry Potter Great Hall Loungefly mini backpack, and this one, I've been wanting one of these backpacks for forever. This is like the whole reason that I made this order, pretty much. And so I wanted one that was really cool, really interesting to look at, but wasn't necessarily like hugely eye-catching because yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm the type of person that like I really want a cool backpack and I want it to look cool, but I kind of still want it to like go with some outfits and not draw too much attention in public because that makes me nervous. So I kind of went 50-50. I went for something that I think is really, really awesome, but one that's also not super bright colored or bright patterned or like suitable for one outfit only, you know. He found her. Rusty's been looking for chicken for like 20 minutes just so he can play with her, and they must have run past each other just then. I swear wrangling cats is like wrangling toddlers. They're still running around like crazy. I'm so sorry. I can't stop them. They do whatever they want. I can't stop them. This is what they do every day for like 2 hours a day. They just play and they run around like idiots and he yells like that. So they're having fun. That's what matters. We'll just try and ignore them. My camera died, and in the time it took to charge it, I changed my hair because it was bothering me. So we look like this now. Let's digress. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. I absolutely love this. Ta-da! Look at her! So like I said, it's the Great Hall backpack. So you're looking into the Great Hall through some gorgeous windows. You've got, don't know if it's going to focus. There we go. You've got the sorting hat there, the house tables, which I've just realized the number of them looks wrong. But that's me being pedantic. It's fine. It's an absolutely stunning backpack. You've got more windows on the side and these are little pockets as well. And then the back is just the brickwork with Hedwig and the logo on it. Love that. Nice and simple. It's got 2 pockets, this one. So you've got your main pocket, which I believe... Yeah, it does. So it's got... I don't know if I can show you because I'm trying not to bend them out of shape just yet. But it's got like this beautiful interior with all the little crests for each house on it. And it's also got like one of those slip pockets that on a bigger backpack you'd put an iPad in, but in this one you could fit something like a Kindle or a small tablet or something like that, because this backpack is only 10 inches tall, I believe. So very mini, very little, but there's actually like quite a bit of space in there. What you can see in there is just a tag. There's the little pocket at the back. And in the front pocket, I don't really know what I'd put in here because like I said, I'm trying not to bend it out of shape. So it is really just like a slip pocket. Again, you could actually put just like a Kindle or a tablet or something in there. This would be a very good work bag for me because it's the perfect size. However, I'm just a little bit too attached to it to take it to work where I know it's going to get like banged up and left on the floor and blah, 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 all those good things. Also, another really cool thing that it does, and this was one of the main reasons that I settled on this, is that in this front pocket, there's a battery pack. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well because it's the daytime, but give me 1 second to refocus the camera. It actually has built-in LEDs for the candles in the Great Hall. How cool is that? Mark's going to be able to find me anywhere at night time. And it's completely rechargeable, so I don't have to worry about playing with it. I don't have to worry about running out the batteries or changing them. The battery pack is just here, and all you do is plug it in when it needs recharging. I don't imagine that I'm going to need to recharge it a lot because it is one of those like more novelty things about the bag. I'd probably more just use it to like show people that it can do it, or I mean, you never know, maybe Mark will need to find me at night time and I can just say, hey, look for the backpack. Again, gold hardware on this bag, but I think it suits. I can't imagine this bag having silver hardware just because of the colour scheme. Again, it's got the absolutely gorgeous nameplate on the front. This one is Harry Potter cross Loungefly, so a little bit different there. This is stunning. It's so well made, it's so well put together. I have noticed a few loose threads on this one as well, a few more than on the wallet, but they're not huge and they're not something that I'm worried about. Just know that I have seen them. Everything is such good quality. Like, these are comfortable, they're padded, like all of the hardware is metal. It's all so well done. I can't get over the quality of these items so far, and I think it's obviously one of those things that's really obvious because I don't buy things that are expensive, that are, as you could probably say, good or great quality very often, because it's not really in my, you know, paycheck. That when I do get something that is of this quality, I am always absolutely astounded. I was worried for a very long time that I would buy these items and they would somewhat let me down by the quality, and then I'd fear that I had wasted money. That's quite often why I don't spend money on things like this, but these items are, to me, 100% worth it so far. The quality is amazing. They look absolutely stunning. The shipping was fast from these websites as well, and I'm so in love with this. How could you not be? The colors are vibrant, gorgeous, but I think it's one that I can wear quite confidently and it's not too loud for me as a person. So I'm so excited. So excited for this one. Before I go and get the last bag and show you what it is, I did just realize I didn't mention the prices for the first two. Now, I believe I paid $69.99 for the Pokemon wallet, and that bag there was $150, I believe. This is all Australian dollars, remember, so convert that to whatever country you're in. Obviously, they are, for me, you guys might not agree, but in my opinion, they are on the pricier side. I have never ever spent $70 on a wallet before. I've never spent $150 on a backpack of that size before. I do have a really good quality duffel bag that cost me about $120, but obviously that's a duffel bag. This is a tiny little backpack, so these are investment pieces for me. They are things that I intend to keep for the rest of my life, that I'm going to use in very specific ways to make sure that they are kept pristine as long as possible. For me, the wallet is day-to-day use. It might be a little bit hard to keep clean because obviously it's white, but I'm going to do my best. This little backpack, the purpose of buying this one for me, like I said, it could be a work bag. I'm a little bit too nervous to be using it as my day-to-day work bag just yet, but I think it would be a really cool one to use for like when Mark and I go shopping at the mall, because I do have a little purse. It's hanging on that door right there actually, but it's only really big enough for my wallet, Mark's wallet and keys, and that's about it. So if we buy anything, we then have to get another bag and you're carrying multiple bags. Or if we go out like somewhere on the weekend, quite often we do go out for like little day trips to go and see like a zoo or a museum or something like that, I think this bag's going to be really good for that because we can put all of our belongings in it without having to cram them in. It's on my back rather than on my shoulder, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually use that little over-the-shoulder purse very much anymore because it's just too small. Unless I'm going for a really quick trip to the shops where I've already got another bag with me or something, all it really holds is my phone and my wallet, and that's not enough for me. Not that I carry a whole bunch, but I do carry things like my vlog camera. I will carry the car keys, Mark's wallet. If we want to get a drink, I don't always want to be carrying it. I'm that person. I don't like having things in my hands and I don't like having things dangling off me. So the backpack's going to be really, really good for that. Also, I think I'm going to use it as my carry-on when we go back to New Zealand because for me, carry-ons are kind of like I just talked about. Just needs to be a little bit bigger than a purse, but it doesn't need to be huge when we're going home. Because when we go to New Zealand, it's going to be to visit family and friends, to do things like that. It's not all about shopping and adventures and traveling and things like that. So I think my carry-on only needs to be big enough to hold what we need. The next bag that I'm about to go and get, the entire purpose of me buying this is to be a carry-on when we go away. So it's probably not going to get used a bunch, maybe even just once or twice a year, but it is so good. It is going to last me a lifetime. I'm gonna go and get it because I'm really excited to show you guys. Are you ready for this? I don't want you guys to be let down because it's not anything like, it's a work of art but in its own way, okay? This one I got off the Dick Smith website. It cost me $210. But like I said, it's amazing. It is the, I believe it's limited edition, but please do not quote me on that. Oh, I'm getting mail. Thanks. Okay, I had to look it up, but I was right. It is called the Loungefly Collective Pokemon Collector's Backpack, okay? And look at her. She's stunning. She's huge. Ah, I'm gonna drop it. But it is so cool. It's so well made. And the outside is like, this is the perfect kind of subtle that I'm after. So black, because I feel like black goes with everything. I can wear this with any outfit. But the little hints of red just absolutely upscale it. There's the badge for this one. All of these clips are metal, not plastic, and it's just absolutely stunning. The side pockets have the Pokemon, like the Pokeball detail on them, and then the back has like Pokemon on the straps as well. Again, it's all padded, it's all so beautifully made, and I can't wait to show you the inside. This is really cool. Okay, are we ready for this? Look at the inside of the hood. This is cute. See, I love stuff like this, but I don't necessarily need it to be on display all the time. So if I'm wearing this backpack, you're seeing this. Sleek, chic, you know, 100% like grown up. Bam! Pikachu! And the inside, which by the way, is adjustable drawstring for how much you've got in it. Stunning. This little tag kills me every time. The inside is like black with Pikachu outlines throughout the whole thing. Entirely my aesthetic. There is, I don't know if I can show you guys very well, but I'm gonna do my best, okay? Ah! The inside is massive. This isn't even like, hold on, let me fully extend this thing. It's huge, okay? So you've got your main pocket and then you've got two sub pockets. Like I said, that you could put like a laptop, an iPad, things like that in them. And these are like microfiber fleece lined, so they are stunning. They're not going to damage your electronics. They're not going to scratch or, you know, mark anything that's put in them because they are lined with that fleece. It's so good. I'm going to shut this up because otherwise it's just this massive flap hanging around right now. And I can't wait to show you this like little hidden gem almost. So this really got me. I knew that there was a zip here, but I didn't know what for. Let me grab my tag, hold on. Again, zippers, buckles, everything to do with this brand, such high quality. And this is like a cool little extra pocket in here where you can put things, and there's two. There's a front pocket here and then a second compartment behind it, where you can put things that you need to like really quickly access. So whether that's like your wallet, a chapstick, a phone charger, plane tickets, a map, anything like that, you can put it in this portion of your bag so that you're not digging through the entire backpack every time you need to find something. And I love that because that's one of my biggest pet peeves in the entire world, is needing one tiny little thing and it's fallen to the bottom of my bag or the bottom of my backpack and I have to pull the entire thing apart just to find it. That drives me nuts. Ah, I actually haven't opened these side things yet. They're literally still filled with paper, like, and you know what? It can stay in there too because it's going to help it hold its shape. I love this. Like I said, this was a $210 backpack, so it's definitely not something that I would typically pay, but I am so glad that I did. I think it's the perfect size, the perfect shape. It's just got everything that I was after. Now, obviously these items might not be your guys' cup of tea or not everybody's cup of tea, but they are exactly what I was looking for. And I didn't just jump online, see the first one and buy it because, oh, Harry Potter, oh, Pokemon, oh, birthday, oh, it'll do. Like, I spent weeks hunting for what I thought was the perfect bag for me, because this is a splurge. This isn't something that I'm probably going to do ever again because I'm not going to use them very often. So I wanted things that I knew I was going to love, I was going to use, and that were going to stay with me through time as I grew. So I wanted stuff that I didn't want to just look at something and go, oh my god, that's cute, I'm gonna get that, and then 10 years later be like, you know, I've really outgrown this. I don't want that. I want these to be lifetime items for me. So stoked, especially with that backpack. I'm glad I left it until last because it's my favorite item. For the purpose of that backpack, like I said, it's going to be my big carry-on. So when we go, hopefully, to like overseas countries, like we're planning Japan next year, I really want to go and do like the UK, different parts of Asia, things like that, buy chicken. That's going to be our carry-on for those trips, because I feel like you need more. Like you might need to be carrying a jacket and you want to put that away. If you're going to stores and buying things, it's nice to not have, you know, 2 or 3 other bags to carry. I want to be able to just roll them up, chuck them in a backpack and have my hands free. I'm very much that kind of person. I like to be able to have my hands free at pretty much all times. I like pockets, I like bags. So yeah, that's my items. And I am so stoked with them. Out of 10, for the brand itself, for Loungefly, I want to give it a 9. 9.5. The only reason I wouldn't give it a straight up 10 is because of those tiny little loose threads. There was absolutely none on this backpack. This backpack is perfect. I have not seen an imperfection on this thing anywhere. It is stunningly made. Also, I do want to point out that all of Loungefly's products are made with vegan leather, or I believe polyurethane, so it gives it that leather look and leather feel without actually being an animal product. Very important. I just think everything about the way the brand is made is perfect. It's so good. The only thing that takes that like half a point off me is those tiny little threads, and it's such a small insignificant detail. The only reason it even takes off half a point for me is because, like on the wallet specifically, it was in some pretty important places. Like I said, I've trimmed it down so that you can't see it now, but I do have a tiny bit of a worry that in a little bit of time, over some more use, it might cause it to fray or come undone a little bit like that. Obviously, I don't have the experience. I haven't had them long enough to be able to tell you whether they're going to do that. It's just a concern I have right now. Other than that, these products are absolutely perfect. I love this brand. I think they're so well done. It is absolutely no wonder to me why they are so popular, and I definitely think 100% they are worth the price. I haven't bought it before purely because I couldn't afford to, and it's not something that I can afford to keep buying, but if it was, I would. I think these products are 1000% worth it. I think that the way they are made and what they are made with 100% makes them worth their price point. For the websites that I went through in terms of getting the items, Dick Smith never lets me down. I have used Dick Smith throughout my life, and I will continue using it because the websites are easy to use, their shipping is not expensive, it's very fast, and all of like their emails and stuff that they send with their tracking, it's very, very easy to follow. So props to Dick Smith on that one. I did try Mighty Ape as well. They're usually my staple, but I couldn't get the ones I wanted from there. The other websites that I used where I could not get them because they were either sold out or the websites were having that glitch like I mentioned in the start of the video was, I believe it's called like Minitopia. And there was another one that's really, really popular here. Might be like Gameology or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. I do love the Gameology website though, so it wouldn't surprise me if I went there first. I buy everything from them. They're fantastic. So very, very in-demand products. Once I decided what I wanted to buy, it was very hard to find them because I think they are quite popular. And that big backpack and the wallet I think are only quite new releases. From what I saw online, a lot of the things were pre-order, and I didn't want to pre-order it because I wanted it now because it was for my birthday and I am impatient. And the other one for the mini backpack was the Rift website. Like I said, I've never used that website before. This is my first experience with them, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous. It gave me like weird vibes, but I think that's just because I don't like ordering from websites that I have never heard of before. That's not a reflection on Rift whatsoever. But it didn't help my experience or my anxiety when my tracking number would not work. I didn't really get a lot of emails or anything. I got a couple that confirmed that my order was made, but I didn't get one to actually notify me that it had been shipped. I didn't get any follow-up emails like you get from other places like Dick Smith. So I was a little bit worried, and then my tracking number wouldn't work, but all I did was mail them and say, hey, can you provide me an update because this is happening, I don't know where it is. And they came back to me within 12 hours and said, I'm so sorry, we provided the wrong tracking number, here's your correct one, it should be with you tomorrow. And they were right, it was. So all I had to do was send them a message and just let them know, and it was righted immediately. So in terms of using the Rift website, I'll definitely use them again. I think they were great. Definitely sometimes tracking numbers are like this freaking long with 27 million letters and numbers, and I'm not going to get mad if one letter in that mix was off, because it's definitely something that I would do. But yeah, that's my purchases. So in all, I did spend quite a bit of money. It was like $400. Maybe a little bit more when you think about shipping and things like that, but was it worth it? Yes. Did the brand live up to my expectations? Yes, plus exceeded. They are so much more beautiful in person. So if you are a person who has been thinking about buying Loungefly and maybe a little bit on the fence because you didn't want to be disappointed like I am because it is an investment piece, I 100% would recommend it. I think you should go for it. They are beautiful, beautiful pieces that I think are going to last a very long time. I have no doubt that if you take care of these pieces, they absolutely have the possibility to last you your lifetime. I'd say just by looking at the quality of them, a minimum of 5-10 years for these backpacks. They're stunning. So if you're thinking about it, I think you should go for it. If it's something that is in your budget and you just were on the fence, or if it's something that would be a bit of a splurge for you like it is for me, I still think you should go for it. I think they're worth it. I think you won't be disappointed. Again, this video is not sponsored by Loungefly, but if for some reason they wanted to see it and sponsor me, I think you totally should, because I love you guys very, very much. Sponsor me. That's it for this video. My first sort of review on a product, on anything really, and I want to do more of these in the future. I know I've gone about this a little bit of a funny way and it's a bit back and forth with listing prices and things like that, but I'll get better. I'll get better as I get more practice. So if there is a specific brand that you want me to talk about or you think that I'd like, let me know down in the comments. I do have a list of brands that I'm gonna kind of go through because I have stuff that I genuinely need from them, so that's how this is going to be working right now. I need to buy things, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a haul and review as I go along. But if there is something you want to recommend, please do let me know. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure you like and subscribe. I do post a new video every Sunday, and otherwise I will see you next week. Bye!